Good morning, all of you. See, classification of elements based on chemical properties. Before classification of elements based on electronic configuration and differentiating electron. Elements are classified S block, P block, D block, and F block elements. That is completed. What are S block elements? So, first year, second year group elements are called S block. P block, third year to eighth year group elements are called P block. Between 10 groups are called D block. F block means having two series, 4F and 5F. These are completed. Now, elements are classified based on chemical properties. Based on chemical properties, elements are classified as a mainly four types. These are first one, noble gases. Second one, representative elements. Third one, transition elements. Fourth one, inner transition elements. Series based on chemical properties. Elements are classified as a noble gases. These are nothing but inert gases. Inert gases. Second one, representative elements. These are nothing but normal elements. Third one, transition elements. And fourth one, inner transition elements. Okay, generally D block elements belongs to transition elements, F block elements belongs to inner transition elements. Okay, now first one, what are inert gases? So in periodic table, 8th group of elements. What are 8th group of elements? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These elements belongs to 8th group. It is nothing but 18th group of elements also. Periodic table, the vertical columns are called groups, particularly 18th group, last 18th group, right side. So these are called inert gases. Inert gases. These are also called zero group elements. Zero group elements. Zero group. So here, these are also referred as a rare gases. Zero group or rare gases. Very rarely these are available. Rare gases. These are also nothing but aerosols. 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 Mainly the noble gases are present or available in air. The air along with oxygen, nitrogen, CO2, H2O, the noble gases also present. So these are also referred as aerosols. Aerosols, 18th group elements, 8th group elements, zero group, rare gases, inert gases, noble gases, all are same. What are the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay, if we are observed, these are, see, helium electronic configuration 1s2, neon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. It is a 2, it is a 10, 18, 36, and so on. Okay, if we are observed here, electronic configuration outermost 3s2, 3p6. It is a 4s2, 4p6. It is a 5s2, 5p6. It is a 6s2, 6p6. Say this. Except helium. Except helium. Helium belongs to 1s2. Remaining all elements have general outermost electronic configuration ns2 np6. ns2 np6. ns2 np6 means outermost electronic configuration is completely filled. Completely filled. Octet. This is a stable octet electronic configuration. Any element outermost having 8 electrons, that is called octet. Octet electronic configurations are more stable. So not only this, helium also more stable. Why? Because helium 1s orbital having 2 electrons are there. So K shell having only 1s orbital. 1s orbital complete fill. How many electrons are required? 2 only. If you are observed K shell, K orbit. K orbit having only 1 orbital, that is 1s. If you want complete filled 1s orbital, 2 electrons only required. So already helium having 2 electrons are there, 1s2. Because of that reason, along with other noble gases, helium also more stable electronic configuration. More stable means these are chemically inert. Inert. Stability more means these are chemically inert. So these are not participate in chemical reactions. Chemically inert, not participate. That's why these are called inert gases. Inert, no reactivity. So here, out of the noble gases, the last one is a radon, is a radioactive element. Except that remaining, if we are observed, down the group here, what we are observed, the size increase. Along with the atomic number here, the size increase. Because due to heavier size, large size, xenon and radon somewhat participate in few reactions, few chemical reactions. Okay, somewhat little bit having reactivity. Particularly these are combines or reacts with high electronegative elements like the fluorine and oxygen. So xenon and krypton, generally noble gases are chemically inert, not participate in chemical reactions. Why? Because outermost electronic configuration completely filled, satisfied, octet. Because of that reason, these are not participate in chemical reactions. But due to large size, so xenon and krypton, these are participate special conditions in few reactions. What are the few reactions? These are mainly reacts, combines with high electronegative elements, fluorine and oxygen. Total periodic table, highest electronegativity, highest energetic, more reactive element, fluorine, followed by oxygen. Because of that reason, these are combined with fluorine and oxygen to form few compounds like xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride, xenon trioxide, and so on. At the same time, noble gases, they are all are monoatomic gases. Monoatomic means generally helium means we can take He. It is not take He2, He3, He4. It is not exist mono single atom. So here it is the atomic number helium, that is not He2. So neon also monoatomic gas. Neon only exists as a Ne, mono atom, one atom only, not exists Ne2, not exists Ne3, not exists Ne4, only monoatomic. All are monoatomic gases. At the same time, these are available in air. So these are called aerosols. As they are present in 1% by volume in atmosphere, 1% by volume in atmosphere. Okay, these are about noble gases. We know that noble gases are present right side end of the periodic table, 18th group. 18th group elements are called noble gases. These are also nothing but 80th group of elements. Now, second one. Representative elements. Okay, what are representative elements? See, so in periodic table, except 80th group, except 0 group, otherwise. So 0 group is nothing but we know that 80th group. The remaining all S and P block elements, all S and P block elements, these are called representative elements. What about that? All S and P block elements in that except 0 group, except noble gases, except 80 group. Remaining all S and P block elements are called representative elements. Okay, what are representative elements? How do we are identified? S block means 1A, 2A. 1A, 2A groups are called S block. What are P block? P block means 3A, 4A, 5A, 60A, 70A series. So except 80A, okay, 80A group also P block, but here representative elements means except 80A group, remaining all groups elements are called representative elements. Representative means 1A to 70. So these are called representative elements. In representative elements, if you have observed, ultimate shell is incompletely filled. Ultimate shell means here there is completely filled valency. Ultimate shell means valency shell, N shell. If it is the nucleus, last shell is called ultimate. Before shell is called N-1, penultimate. Okay, so before shell is called anti-penultimate, N-2 series. Ultimate, penultimate, anti-penultimate. Ultimate shell means valency shell. Representative elements, valency shell is incomplete. Yes, if you can take out of these groups any group element, valency shell incomplete. For example, 70A, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. If you can take fluorine, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. It is a K shell, it is a L shell because fluorine atomic number 9. This is the ultimate shell. Ultimate shell means what about that last shell? Ultimate shell, L shell. How many electrons are there? 7 electrons only. According to octet, we want 8 electrons, but there are only 7 electrons, so it is a incomplete. Complete means 8 electrons. So ultimate shell, representative elements, ultimate shell is a incomplete. At the same time, representative elements, most of these elements are abundant and active. Active elements, more reactive elements. If you are observed, the noble gases general outermost electronic configuration NS2 NP6 except helium. If we can take noble gases, what is the general outermost electronic configuration? NS2 NP6 except helium
NS2 to
NP6.
NP6.
Now, if we can take representative elements, say its general outermost electronic configuration.
NS2.
Okay, how to know, sir, that? See, 1A group elements I have given general outermost electronic configuration NS1. NS1. If we can take lithium, 2s2, 1s2, 2s1. So NS1. Sodium, NS1. Potassium, NS1. 1A group, NS1. 2A group, NS2. So 1, 2, 2. NS1 belongs to 1A. NS2 belongs to 2A. What about 3A group? NS2 NP1. NS2 NP1, 3A. 4A, NS2 NP2. 5A, NS2 NP3. 6A, NS2 NP4. 7A, NS2 NP5. See that. NS122, NP125. It is the representative elements general outermost electronic configuration. So 1A group NS1 only, 2A group NS2, 3A group NS2 NP1, 4th A group NS2 NP2, 5th A group NS2 NP3. Generally, so first A group means only 1 electron valency, second A 2 electrons, third A 3 electrons, fourth A 4 electrons, fifth A 5 electrons, sixth A 6 electrons, seventh A 7 electrons, like that. That is the general outermost electronic configuration. Okay, after that, the representative elements, most of these elements are abundant and active at the same time, which contain metals. Okay, first A, second A group elements are called metals. Not only metals, along with metalloids and non-metals also. P block elements may some non-metals and some metalloids. What is the meaning of that? Finally, representative elements contain metals, non-metals, and metalloids also. Now, one of the important one, representative elements. Generally, these are participate in chemical reactions. Why? Because to get stability. Before I have given representative elements, last shell, that is nothing but ultimate shell, incomplete field, incomplete, not complete, not satisfied, no octet. For to get stability, these representative elements are participate in chemical reactions. Sometimes these are losing electrons, sometimes these are gaining electrons, sometimes these are sharing electrons. Through that, these are getting nearest inert gas configuration, nearest noble gas configuration. Noble gas electronic configuration means outermost 8 electrons. That is called noble gas electronic configuration. That is the more stable. So representative elements are not complete octet. Because of that reason, these are participating in chemical reactions. So sometimes these are losing electrons, sometimes these are gaining electrons, sometimes these are sharing electrons. Whatever that, these elements are participate in chemical reactions for to attain stable inert gases electronic configuration. Understood that? So here, in case of representative elements, electrons of outer Ns and Np, outer Ns and Np, both are take part in bonding. The possibility is there. Outermost electrons are participate in chemical bond formation. So finally, what are representative elements? So S and P block except the zero group, except 8A group, the remaining all S and P block elements are called representative elements. So representative element general outermost electronic configuration NS122 NP125, which contain metals, non-metals, metalloids. At the same time, representative elements are outermost shell incomplete fill. Because of that reason, to get stability, these are participating in chemical reactions. Now, third one, transition elements. See. So here, what are transition elements? Now, S and P block elements are completed. S and P block elements are completed. Noble gases and representative elements. Now, what are transition elements? Generally, transition elements are D block elements. Transition elements are D block elements. So before I have given how to say D block elements, how to we are identified one element is a D block. If the differentiating electron entered D orbital, that belongs to D block element. D block. So here, transition elements. These are D block elements. At the same time, if you are observed, transition elements. These elements, ultimate and penultimate shells are incompletely filled. Ultimate, last shell, ultimate. Ultimate, before shell, penultimate shell. These both are incomplete, generally incomplete. Ultimate and penultimate shells are incomplete. So here, transition elements are D block elements. Transition elements means elements which have incomplete field, incomplete, not complete. Incomplete field or partially filled d orbitals, either in elementary state or in any possible oxidation state, are called transition elements. Transition elements are present between S and P. Okay, what are transition elements? Exact definition. So, transition elements means compulsory the differentiating electron entered into D subshell. Last electron entered into D subshell, that is called transition element. But D block means directly we can say if the last electron entered into D subshell, that is D block. For example, I have taken scandium 21. Okay, now here if we can write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1. Say out of 21 electrons, last electron here, this one, differentiating electron, last electron, it entered into D orbital, D subshell. So this element belongs to D block. Scandium element belongs to D block. Okay, now if I have taken zinc, its atomic number 30. Now here, if we can write its electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. See this? Total number of electrons are 30 here. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. D orbital having 10 electrons. Okay, there also the last electron entered D subshell. Here both elements belongs to D block. D block. Last electron entered into d orbital, that element belongs to D block. Now, but transition element means compulsory last electron entered into d orbital, but we want this d orbital incomplete filled. Incomplete. So here d orbital complete filled means how many electrons? 10 electrons. D orbitals complete filled 10 electrons. Incomplete, okay, accept that. Less than 10. Incomplete filled means, see, d orbital completely filled 10 electrons. So, but it is a completely filled. It is not a transition element, but it is a D block as well as transition element. Incomplete, but it is a complete. It is a non-transition element. These elements are also called, particularly they are given one name, non-typical transition element. Non-typical transition element. Okay, what is the clarity here? See, all transition elements are D block elements, but all D block elements are not a transition element. Okay, here how do we are identify it is a transition or not? Okay, how to identify D block is easy. How to identify given element belongs to D block or not? Last electron, we write the electronic configuration. Last electron entered D orbital, that is D block element, that is over. Now, how to identify transition element? Simple thing, we can write the electronic configuration. So last electron entered D subshell, that required along with incomplete D. Incomplete. D orbital complete filling is 10 electrons. We know that it is the D orbital. D orbital completely filled, total 10 electrons. Okay, incomplete, less than 10. Incomplete d orbital elements are called transition elements. Okay, here zinc is a just d block elements. It is not a transition element because the outermost d orbital completely filled. So it is not a transition element. This type of elements are called non-typical transition elements. Non-typical transition elements. Not only zinc, C. If we are observed D block elements, okay, 2B group elements, 2B, second B group elements. Second B group elements, D block means second B group elements. What are the? Zinc, cadmium, mercury. Zinc atomic number 30, cadmium 48, mercury 80. If we can write electronic configuration, zinc, see this, outermost, what we are getting, 4s2, 3d10. Okay, cadmium outermost, 5s2, 4d10. Mercury outermost, 6s2, 5d10. See. So 2B group elements, zinc, cadmium, mercury. This belongs to D block elements because last electron entered into D orbital. But these elements not yet transition. Why? Because say this, last D orbital completely filled. How to know completely filled? Having 10 electrons. If the d orbital having total 10 electrons are there, that is completely filled. Because of that reason, zinc, cadmium, mercury, just D block elements. These are not yet transition elements. Transition element means what we want? The d orbitals are incomplete filled. That type of D block elements are called transition elements. Understood this? It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now listen. So here particularly 2B group elements. Periodic table made 2B group element, just these are D block, not a transition. Based on that, I have given that statement. all transition elements are D block, but all D block elements are not yet transition elements. At the same time, so in transition elements, last orbital electrons before orbital electrons, ultimate n shell electrons, n-1 shell electrons, both are participate in bonding. Both are participate in bonding. Based on that, the transition elements are shows different properties, variable characteristics. Okay, what are the transition elements characteristics? Listen. Transition elements, first of all, these are very hard and heavy metals. Transition elements are very hard and heavy metals. Second thing, so these are formed colored compounds, colored. So at the same time, transition elements are formed complex compounds. At the same time, these are acts as a good catalyst. Transition elements are behave like as a good catalyst. What is called an catalyst? To increase the rate of reaction, fastness of reaction, that is called catalyst. Transition elements are acts as a catalytic activity. So these are form colored compounds. These are hard and heavy metals. Transition elements shows variable oxidation states. Oxidation states means, for example, we know that S block elements may first A group only show +1. Second A group only show +2 oxidation state, charges +1, +2. But the transition elements shows number of oxidation states. For example, Mn, manganese. Manganese shows sometimes +2 oxidation state, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7. See, one element show different oxidation states, variable oxidation state. This type of capacity present transition elements only. At the same time, transition elements having high melting points, boiling points, densities. These are acts as a good conductors of heat and electricity. They form alloys also, alloys. They have high nuclear charge. Generally, transition elements, these characteristics, why? Because due to small size, high nuclear charge and unpaired electrons in d orbitals. Transition elements, if you are observed, d orbitals may unpaired, single electrons are present, single electron, unpaired. Because of that reason, small size, high nuclear charge and unpaired electrons. Because of three reasons, transition elements are shows number of properties, characteristics. So I have given these are from alloys. Alloys means we know that metals combined with other metals to form a mixture, that is called an alloy. Transition elements are formed colored compounds. Transition elements are formed. So along the way, these are acts as a good conductors of heat and electricity. Transition elements are shows different oxidation states. Transition elements are these are paramagnetic nature, having high melting points, boiling points, and densities. So these are the main properties of transition elements. Most of the chemical reactions, we use transition elements as a catalyst. Catalyst means what I have given, it increases the rate of reaction, fastness of reaction. Okay, for say.
So your voice is not clear.
Okay. Now it is clear.
बीच बीच में आता है, बीच बीच में नहीं